Welcome to this session, guys. So, in this session, we are trying to understand what is layer architecture in the networking. So, we have seen that the data flows from one system to other system via the layered, right? So, in this session, we will try to understand exact that how the data transfer. So whoever is seeing this video first time, right? For them, let me try to clarify that this is a complete series for beginners, and the agenda is to learn the system design concepts. Okay, so we started first with networking because the knowledge of networking is also one of the most required knowledge for the system design guys, right? So whoever works in system design, those guys should understand networking also well. So that's why we started from very basics, and this way we will progress further. Okay, so let us try to understand now. For this, I will try to give you a simple example of a sender and receiver. In the traditional way, what used to happen is, let us say a sender is here, he wants to send the data to here. Okay, here is one receiver, he is another receiver. What he should do ideally, as per you, he will write a letter, right? He will write a letter and put it into the post box, right? He will put this letter into the post box. Then what will happen? One postman will come, right? He will collect that letter and put it into the post office. He will put that letter into the post office, right? And now the post office do the transportation of the letter. For example, you are sending letter from Bangalore, for example. Okay. So transportation will have, you are sending letter from Bangalore to, for example, Delhi. Okay, you are transferring to Delhi. So what will happen? It will go to Bangalore post office. Bangalore post office will decide how we need to transport it to Delhi. What kind of transport mechanism I want to use. Let us say they decide, okay, we will send it via flights or train, for example. They can decide anything, and accordingly they will transfer it here, right? Then here, as soon as it comes, right, the letter, since it is a post letter, it will go to post office, nearby post office. Then it will go to Delhi, for Delhi now, right? So in this post office, the postman will pick this letter, right? Postman will pick this letter, he will read the address and give it to the receiver. So this is how the letters flows from sender to postman to post office to transportation, from here to here, then postman, and then receiver. From the high level, what you will see, sender is sending letter to receiver and receiver is receiving the letter, right? The inside things, whatever happens, right? Now transportation might be multiple hops will be there inside. Might be you will send it via flights, then you might need to send it via train, then you might need to send it via bus or truck, right, to receive here. All these things are possible in the middle, right? All these things are possible, but the sender doesn't worry about it, sender doesn't know it, right? So abstraction, so for sender everything is abstract, right? One thing of networking is it gives abstractions, so you don't need to worry about what is happening inside. And if you see, right, it has also given us modularity or easy to manage. Okay, so if you see, every layer has its own task. For example, postman task is to collect from senders and send it to post office. That's it. Post office task is to figure it out what is the address and figure it out what is the transportation mechanism to use. That's it, right? So every layer has its own work, and it is only responsible for that piece of work. It doesn't responsible for the layer below it and all, right? So this makes us to troubleshoot very easily, right? In case any issue happened in sending, right, it will help us to figure it out where exactly the issue happened. So this benefit also we will receive in layered architecture. So this is I have explained in real life. Now same concept happens in the digital world. That's why I mostly used to say that some people might feel that learning software is hard, but it's not hard. If you understand the problems in the real life, right? Same thing is imitated in the software world. Same solution you will find in the software world, right? So same thing, whatever I have explained you, right? Same thing you can see now how it happens in the software world, right? So in software world now, also there is a layered architecture. Okay. So what happens? You have a person sitting over a system, right? He is sitting over the system. He is sending a message, right? So this system, right? On the system, he use an application, right? So the first layer is a application layer. Okay. And he might be sending it to the other system, or might be he is doing some WhatsApp messaging or any Zoom messaging, for example. So there will be other person who is also having a system. For him also, this is the application layer. Okay. And beside this, there are altogether different layer in the digital world also. Okay. Digital world also, there are number of layers via which your data will transfer. It will go from this layer to this layer. There is one of the layer is transport layer. Transport layer, network layer. You have many layers, physical layers. And this way your data will transfer from here to here. Right? So now in digital world, coming to digital world, there are multiple layers, multiple models of layers. We have one very famous, that is OSI, and other is TCP. These two models we have. Okay, OSI is very famous model that we will try to understand in this session also. Okay, so what is OSI? I just kept one diagram for you. Okay, so OSI stands for Open System Interconnection Protocol. Okay, it looks something like this. So in OSI, we have application layer. So OSI has total 7 layer. It's a 7 layer architecture. Okay, it's a 7 layer architecture. The top layer is usually denoted as a 7th layer. This is a 6th layer. This is a 5th layer. This is a 4th layer, 3rd layer, 2nd layer, and 1st layer. So that is how usually it will be named or called. Okay, so the first layer is our application layer. So what happens here? Whatever we told, same things happen here. Okay, user interact with the web application. Okay, he is trying to send a file, for example, to other user who is sitting here, for example, on his system. Okay, he wants to send it to here. So the data, the file will be uploaded in the application by this user. Now the file might be in a different language altogether. For example, the data format means whatever way this system is composing the message, that message must be understood by this system, right? So some common language should be there. So that's how the 6th layer works. So 6th layer task is to convert it into a common language. Okay, so it will convert it into the common language. Your data will be converted into the common language. And your data also will be formatted or transformed. For example, now you are going to send the data. It also need encryptions, right? So your data can be encrypted, compressed. If it need compression also will be done. Then formatting of the data will be done. If it needs to be sent in JSON format, XML format, everything will be done in this layer. Okay. Then this layer task is done. It will move to session layer. Now what happens in session layer? Session will make sure that whatever application you are logged in, you will stay logged in. It will maintain your conversation between these two, right? So session task is that one only. So it will add some header. So it will include all the necessary information into your packets. Whatever packets you have, right? Whatever you are sending, it will add that session related information. Okay, so same session related information will be reached here and they understand that, okay, they are the part of same conversation. Okay, now the next layer work comes into picture, that is a transport layer. So what transport layer does it? We have seen the transport layer protocol, that is TCP IP, correct? So your data will be converted into the small chunks. they are also called as a datagram. Okay, so your data will be transported into a small chunks, and those will be transferred via TCP/IP protocol or UDP protocol, any protocol as per your choice. That is the task of transport layer. So what transport layer does? It breaks the data into segment, and when it receives at the destination, right, the same transport layer will reassembles it, right? So that is what is the task of transport layer. Now next layer is a network layer. This is an important layer. Okay. So what network layer does it? It include the addressing. Now you are sending from one network to other network, correct? So it has to be received there in the other network, right? So that information, network related information, will be added by the network layer. So what addressing concept we have seen? It's an IP address, right? That will be added in the packet. Whatever we are sending, this packet is coming like this. Okay, it has added something by here, then here. Okay, then next layer is a data link layer. Okay, now here one more concept which you might need to learn is MAC, that is the MAC address. So what happens is this network layer will send it to one network, but in that network there might be multiple devices, like it reaches to your Wi-Fi network, but in your Wi-Fi network you might have multiple devices. Your wife's mobile is there, your hand device is there, your child mobile is there, multiple devices are there. Now which device it has to send? That is defined by your data link layer. So data link layer will include the MAC address. So MAC address is definite entity of your device. It will never change. Okay. So that's how the MAC addressing will be added in the data link layer. Now the last layer we reached here. Now the last layer is a physical layer. Physical layer is the actual layer where the data is actually getting transferred. Now you have sent the data packet, right? So network transport layer will convert into datagram. Network layer convert it into packets for transferring, right? So these packets will be converted by physical layer in the form of 011 format, so that it will be transferred over the cables. So actually physical cables, you can say cables, then wireless, copper wire. This way the data will be transferred. Now if you see, you have just uploaded the file, it has flown through all these layers, it has came here, means it is traveling over the physical way. Means in real life analogy, your letter is traveling via some flight or some physical way. Now same thing what will happen, it will receive at the another physical layer. Correct, it will receive at another physical layer. Let me copy this everything again here. Okay. So what will happen? Your data will come here. Correct. Let us use red color now. So your data will reach here physically. Then its MAC address will be taken up. Okay, MAC address will be figure it out. For example, now you stay in some apartment. In that apartment, you will have your flat number, right? For example, flat 211. So that is your MAC address. Then it will come to here. It will figure it out. Okay, you stay in this apartment. For example, prestige apartment you are staying. Okay, it has figured it out. Then it will come to transport layer. Transport layer, what it will give? We have seen TCP IP. It will make sure that it has taken your flat number, it has taken your apartment number. This layer will make sure that whatever is sent is getting received here in the same format. Okay. This layer will make sure, then next layer will make sure that you are as a part of the same session. Means the sender and receiver will feel that they will make a conversation. They are the part of the same conversation. This transfer is happening as a part of same conversation. That will be making sure by session layer. Then whatever data is received, right, it needs to be converted into this user understandable format using the presentation layer. Okay, it needs to be decompressed. If it is encrypted, it needs to be decrypted, right? Then it needs to be binded to the application, right? Whatever application they were using. For example, they were using Zoom, right? So it needs to be converted into the application UI format. It will be shown on the UI understandable format, and it will be shown to this user. So that is how your layered architecture works. Okay. So this is our OSI layered architecture of networking. Okay. Now I hope you would have got a good understanding of OSI now. How actually your data transfer from one application on one system to other application on other system. Other means same application on the other system, right? That is how your data will get transferred. So this is all about OSI and layer architecture. In case you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment. I will address those. And please subscribe to this channel, or if you like this video, share it with your friends and do whatever you can to share this knowledge with your friends. Thank you.